Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Monster Matinee. The
But this
okayest.
time, there's no monsters.
Thank you for interrupting me when I'm trying to do our. This is why we won't be a serious podcast like H3H3.
I don't think any of us are suing anybody.
Not yet. But keep fucking ruining my intro, see what happens. Welcome to the okayest podcast on earth. And today we have a fun one for you. I'll allow you to take over, good sir.
Yeah, I brought this up to our buddy here a couple weeks ago. It's like I was watching the Spawn movie for the first time in 10 years and went, man, this sucks, but in a good way.
It sucks so good.
It is definitely not showing its age well in any way, shape, or fucking fashion. But it got me thinking on favorite comic adaptations.
I'm going to cut you off because we're going to talk about a movie that you think is pretentious as all hell.
Oh boy,
The Menu.
that's
Okay, hear me out because I can
that
tell.
is how is that a comic adaptation?
Well, hear me out. The motivation for the chef going insane and killing people varies from person to person. In one case, he's killing a reviewer that slandered his restaurant. But then we have John Leguizamo, who plays himself as John Leguizamo, and the chef basically expresses that I have had one day off in 30 years, and I wasted it seeing your piece of shit movie. You could go, you go into that movie thinking, wow, he's killing John Leguizamo for Spawn. It becomes so much funnier.
All right, I'm not counting that as a comic book adaptation, but it's a good joke.
Okay, so comic book adaptations are a really finicky thing.
We had to
Because,
come up with some ground rules on like what we consider a comic book. I said manga should count since in Japan they call them comics. So an adaptation of an anime as sort of like a manga as an anime movie, I think counts.
believe it or not, I don't have a single anime on my list this time.
Oh really?
I tried to keep it unique. Um, I didn't want to, I didn't want to step on any toes because there's always going to be that one guy. It's like, well, actually, they're called visual kais in Japan. And
Oh, they're called it's literally called Jump Comics in Japan. No, like Shonen Jump.
yeah, I just,
So like
and also, like, I'm not a huge anime guy. Like, I'll give you an example of one that I didn't include: The Boondocks. Because not a lot of people are aware that The Boondocks is based off of a newspaper comic.
I have the comic strip.
Yes, sir.
So that's also not a movie. So
Alright. So, you know how it is. We got our five talking points, whatever. I am bending the rules slightly with two of these.
all right. I guess I shall have to see how you're going about that.
So,
How about we just let you? We just start. You know what? We'll just let you start. Yeah, start at your number five.
so this is number five is me bending the rules ever so slightly because
Okay.
it's not a
We were.
movie.
Well, we did. I did say, just so we can have we each have one space to bend the rules a little bit to be a non-movie thing. So like a TV show or a game or something.
Mad World, represent.
I wouldn't say I count that as a comic book adaptation, but it does look like fucking Sin City.
Okay. So, everyone loves Batman.
Right.
There's no arguing that Batman. I don't think we're ever going to get to a point where Batman is so bad that we're gonna get the Sonic discourse of maybe Batman was never good. And originally, I'm going to be 100% honest with you.
All right.
I had three different things for because you got to include Batman. You have to.
He's got to be in there somewhere.
So originally, it was going to be Batman, the Adam West movie.
All right.
But I'm like, no, someone's going to yell at me for that.
It
Then,
wouldn't be me, but
this is the one that is going to get me yelled at by you. The Dark
all
Knight
right.
Rises.
Yeah, that is one I'm gonna actually have to beat you with a brick over.
Okay, let me defend that. Objectively, The Dark Knight is the better movie.
Yeah, it is
But I have
better
so
written. No. It's better written. The cast is more is better well directed, and there was no shooting in the audience.
okay,
Just gonna throw that one out there.
but you know what it doesn't have?
What?
Me, my men, or Dr. Pavel here. For as stupid, like, okay, everyone wants to give the Dark Knight Rises shit because now every main voice has to be the bow. As if we don't still get people doing shitty impressions of Heath Ledger's Joker.
Want to see these scars?
So I knew that like if I picked the Dark Knight Rises, someone's gonna yell at me.
All right, so give me your actual defenses now, because like
I just think it's a good movie and I like the cast. I I enjoy it. I have
right,
a
but you're
few criticisms with the Dark Knight in that it's too long and it's too full, but it's not a bad movie. It's just like if I want to just watch one, it's going to be The Dark Knight Rises.
I'd like to argue that you say it's too full, right? I'd rather a movie be a little too dense than have several scenes of just nothing happening like there is in The Dark Knight Rises.
And that's why we didn't go with it for this. Now, my third option, which I also vetoed, because I'm bending the rules a little, was going to be Batman the Mask of Phantasm. I love Batman the Animated Series. I feel anyone that doesn't love it just hasn't seen it yet. And The Mask of Phantasm has one scene in it that perfectly exemplifies just how broken Bruce Wayne is as a person. And it's when he goes to Thomas and Martha's grave and apologizes to them because he's falling in love and he's moving on.
It is a
That's
very, very strong scene.
yes. But then it got me thinking, and this is where we bend the rules. If I'm going to do something from Batman the Animated Series, I have to do that episode. You know that episode. You can all think of it right now. You killed Captain Clown! No, Heart of Ice.
Yeah.
Like, you don't even have to be a Batman fan to appreciate this episode. I'm going to give a quick little plot summary in case you're one of the five people that doesn't know Mr. Freeze. But Bruce Wayne's latest high tech venture is targeted in a string of corporate sabotage attacks. And Batman learns that it's Mr. Freeze, this scientist encased in a high tech suit. And he has some sort of personal vendetta. Batman digs into Freeze's tragic past and confronts and just he questions justice, revenge, and the cost of loss in one of the most beautiful looking episodes set against a frozen Gotham. And one thing I want to point out, have you watched this episode recently?
Recently, no, but I've seen it a few times.
I want you to realize something that he never mentions Nora being sick. I think it was outright retconned because in this timeline or up until this point, Nora is fucking dead. That makes the
Hmm,
whole episode just so much better. Like this episode is a masterclass in condensed storytelling, and it gives you everything that Batman should be in a 25-minute arc. And Michael Ansara, who I believe passed away, is just insane as Mr. Freeze. I don't know how you can sound angry but bored at the same time, but he does it. And I don't even need to get into Kevin Conroy, Batman or Mark Hamill, but
I think everyone's well aware of just how fucking good those two are.
yes. So I apologize for bending the rules, but I think as a Batman adaptation, this episode in particular is the gold standard. And especially like coming off of a what killed the dinosaurs? The Ice
The
Age.
Age.
I don't hate Arnold Schwarzenegger as Mr. Freeze.
Unlike a certain man made of paper.
Don't get me started. What the dirty hell is this? Ice puns? Like Batman, and this is why I still hold that Adam West is one of my favorites. Batman doesn't always need to be serious. But when you get a story like Heart of Ice that takes essentially a joke character and reworks them to be one of the most tragic, like Shakespearean characters we have ever had, to where people forget, wait, why is Mr. Freeze not serious? I think he did a good job.
All right. I can see that.
Well, we bent the rules a little, but
I am looking on my list here. So I have a list, right?
all right.
It's only just occurred to me. There's not a single, and I mean this, there's not a single Marvel movie on this fucking list.
You know what? Because like once we started talking about comic books, I was like, I should put something DC in here for Superman, and I really don't care for most of the live action Superman movies. I don't
Well,
know
the
if it.
thing is, I'm counting animated stuff here also, which is why I have a few animated movies on my
Well,
list.
I was gonna say, you're gonna kill me if I put another TV show, but I was just gonna put Super Friends.
But all right, so looking at my list, we'll start from the top here.
All
Number
right.
5, League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
You know, I like the idea of it. I've never seen it.
You have not seen this one.
Yeah, well, you didn't see Jeff Town until I saw it.
Yeah, but so League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, I think, is a pretty good book. It's a pretty great comic, also. I will say it does have a bit of a acquired taste to it because it is an Alan Moore book.
Okay. Well,
So if that tells you anything about the kind of writing you're going to be going into.
it's gonna be fucking insane.
But so the movie, we got Sean Connery, we got fucking Peter Wilson, we got Tony
Okay.
Curran, Stuart Townsend.
The fuck?
This is actually Connery's last theatrical role in like a live action movie.
Okay. So would you say it's a highlight to go out on?
Personally, I think it is because I think it's a pretty good movie. Uh, So it's not a flop. It didn't do very well at the box, not box office. It didn't do very well like commercially, but it made its money back. It had like a budget of maybe 80 million and like made like 100 million over that.
I'll be upfront with you. The only thing I know about the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen is that there was an episode of Robot Chicken where they made fun of it.
But so the short version for anyone who hasn't seen it is the League are all like it's not really superheroes, but it's kind of like that, where all of the main members of the League are protagonists of classic literature.
Okay.
We have Alan Quartermain from King Solomon's Mines being played by Sean Connery.
Oh, that's like oh my god, what's his name? Is oh my god, the con.
But we also have Mina Harker from Dracula being played by Peter Wilson as another character in this movie. Jason Fleming plays like a Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, and he's fantastic in this movie. Like he's
Okay.
probably one of the best characters in the whole thing. We also have a pretty well known like Indian actor named like Nasiruddin Shah, and he plays probably the best to screen adaptation of Captain Nemo from the
20,000
fucking
Leagues?
yeah, from 20,000 Leagues. Probably the best version of Nemo ever put to film. And then we have an American Secret Service agent who's working with the team. He's Tom Sawyer.
Oh my god.
But so the crew in this movie is working together to try and stop the a terrorist group called Phantom, which starts with an F in the
That,
beginning, right?
that's awesome.
And they have stolen blueprints from the Bank of England that were put there by the Leonardo da Vinci by the from like, the Venice Foundation put them in there, right? And they're trying to stop their mysterious leader named Im, who is trying to start a world war. We're in like 1899, and it's genuinely a nutty fucking movie. It
Alright.
is a globe-trotting movie also. We're going from Venice to fucking Mongolia to the goddamn Arctic. We get to see Jekyll and Hyde are already kind of like an equivalent to the Hulk in a way, and he gets to do some Hulk shenanigans in this movie.
Alright. I do like Hulk stuff.
But he's also got it's less like Savage Hulk and it's more like Mister Fix It, where he still got
Oh my
like
god, I forgot there was a Hulk Mafia arc.
sorry, not Mister Fix It. It's more like Smart Hulk.
Okay.
It's more like Smart Hulk, where he still has the smarts of Doctor Jekyll.
Okay.
This this movie also came out around the same time as fucking Van Helsing.
Oh
So it was
boy.
two fucking movies around the same time that have fucking uh people hunting down fucking Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde in the beginning. Just weird crossover there.
Early 2000s was weird.
Yeah, it was. At any rate, it is a very good movie, right? Like I genuinely cannot recommend it enough. It was incredibly well done. Uh but it did not do very well like uh with like the viewing audience. So I don't know how much of that is Alan Moore based fucking comics, like books by Alan Moore are just too hard to adapt and people can't understand them, or if it's just people thought it was going to make more money because I believe this is around the same time that V for Vendetta came out, and that one did really well.
You're the 4chan mask guy?
Which, spoiler alert, V for Vendetta is not on this list.
Okay, daring.
I am actually not that big a fan of V for Vendetta.
I'm gonna be real with you. I wanted to read it, and then I got like because 4chan adopted the mask. I get this like secondhand autism. It's like I can't take it seriously.
I think something I do like about V for Vendetta, right? Just give me 1 second. Yeah, I forgot something. Yeah, okay. V for Vendetta comes out 2 years after this movie, so it's around the same time.
They're in development around the same time.
Yeah, but like, okay, Hugo Weaving is good in anything he's in.
Yes.
Like Hugo Weaving has never had a bad role in a movie ever, and he is the best. He is the best part of that movie. But everything else about it is just, eh? It's okay. Oh, I'm about to be really unprofessional. I think there's a cat at my door. I'll be right back.
This is why you're getting replaced with an AI. Grok, where you at? The nerve of some people. I try to hire professionals for the show, Kay. Where did you find this guy? Where did you find this loser?
Craigslist.
Oh, so we're hiring. We could have gotten some fucking random off of the streets of Providence. Oh
I'll
my.
be right back.
Oh no, take your time, take your time. Tomorrow comes, tomorrow goes. I hope I never actually end up being that douchebag podcaster, bro. Oh, here she comes. Is that She-Hulk?
I don't know.
Watch out, boy, she'll chew you up. Oh, come on. We deserve a better class of podcasts. You know what? I gotta hit fucking I do have to hit Zach with something once he gets back. Oh shit, a rat. Okay. Where is this freaking jackass? Oh my god, Crush Crush has an update and we're getting a wolf girl.
It's a VTuber.
Oh. Oh. I don't know where he is. He's really ending the podcast.
You can edit that out in post, right?
Yeah. Alright.
Sorry, one of the animals took a shit.
Well, I'm gonna leave that in there so everyone knows now.
Oh fuck. So
So,
I think I've rambled on enough about Alan Moore adaptations for now.
do you want me to bend the rules again, or do you want me to piss you off?
All right, let's continue. I guess
Am I?
I might be the only person who's going to trying to keep it. Am I the only person here that's going to be trying to keep it to actual adaptations of specific books?
No, I have. This, mine are all adaptations, but this one isn't necessarily a movie, and it's a very specific arc.
The last one wasn't a movie either. Thought we were sticking to movies.
So I'll go with the answer that's gonna piss you off.
Okay.
2009. I'm gonna invoke he who shall not be named here. Zack Snyder. In
What are we
19,
doing? Which one are we doing?
you know it's Watchmen.
Yeah.
In 1985, where superheroes have been outlawed and the world teeters on nuclear war, a group of former masked vigilantes reunites after the murder of one of their own, Jeffrey
You don't even
Dean
have to
Morgan.
describe this one. Who doesn't fucking know what Watchmen is at this point?
Apparently, a lot of people, because who watched The Watchmen?
It's who watches the Watchmen.
No, I was looking at reviews of this, and like apparently it bombed in
Oh,
the theaters. So that's what BuzzFeed said is who watched Watchmen.
that's kind of funny, actually.
So Rorschach, Jackie Earl Haley, before he became the worst fucking Freddy Krueger in. Well, yeah, there's only been two of them. Anyway, it's just the story unfolds through the lives of characters Dr. Manhattan, Night Owl, and Silk Spectre. And it's just a really good conspiracy superhero thriller. And Zack Snyder's casting is on point. I think a big issue with Watchmen is it is a 300-page comic. And even because he cut it down, it's still a 2.5 hour movie. It's impossible to adapt properly.
Okay, but I raise you the recent animated adaptation they did.
Yeah, that's a
It was
two
a
part.
two. It was a two-parter, but it adapted the story much more faithfully, though.
Okay. I'm not saying whether or not it's a faithful adaptation. I'm just saying it's one of my favorites.
I mean, yeah, that's fine.
Like, a lot of people bitch about the original Watchmen having the alien squid,
I
and
prefer the alien squid in the comic because I think we talked about this before.
it's a direct
It's it's
quote.
it's a direct reference to like something that Reagan said at the time.
Yes. Yeah, he was the devil though, so don't listen to him. So we changed the ending to be more tied to Dr. Manhattan, and it still keeps the core themes intact. It's more accessible and emotionally direct without losing the punch. That's a controversial change, I'll say that.
It's not. It's one I'm not a big fan of either, as I think I personally feel like it does not do good for the original story to change it like that.
So I'll say this. I can't really defend the ending, but there are some changes that he made that really works. And I love the fact that he changed it so Night Owl and Rorschach go to confront Ozymandias and Dr. Manhattan. Because in the comics, it's just Rorschach. He gets disintegrated by Dr. Manhattan. But now, because of the movie, not only do we get the Ligma balls, we get to see Night Owl just drop to his knees, screaming like the devil. Like, holy shit.
How did
And
I know that that was going to be a deciding factor for you here?
because yeah, I have to bring it up. Now, I'm not gonna say that this is perfect. Zack Snyder is fucking weird.
A
I,
hack, you mean?
I don't know why we need a sex scene set to Hallelujah, whereas Night Owl busts, the flamethrower on his ship activates. Well, why? Why? But the prison breakout scene that comes next is so fucking fun. I don't
It's
care.
it's just Snyder doing what he does best.
Yeah, piss you
Symbolism
off.
that means nothing.
Like,
At least this was early enough that he still had some people telling him no. It's not like fucking. I can't even fucking remember the names of these movies anymore. His fucking Star Wars ripoff he did for Netflix.
oh, Rebel Moon. I only remember that because the G Fuel was okay.
Oh god, I need you to understand. I watched both of those and still can't remember what they're called.
I
I
think
watched the director. I watched the director's cuts and I still can't remember what they're called either.
I'll say this. I really love the Snyder cult gaslit everyone into thinking, guys, we know this movie is dog shit, but if you just let him release the longer cut where it's an hour longer, it'll be better. Like it's not just
I
going
have
to be an extra hour of shit.
I have never forgiven Zack Snyder since I watched the Guardians of Gahul movie.
Oh my
That was
god,
like
not
that
again.
was like that was like the fucking breaking point. I'm not gonna lie.
Like
That is
I want to like Zack Snyder.
all right.
Just as a flex, I'm drinking a gallon of Hawaiian Punch with the red 40 in it just to flex on the diabetic in the chat.
I'm just drinking some Crystal 8.
Like, okay.
It's a I did a picture of lemon of like pink lemonade with some lemon tea. It's pretty good.
Now, I do think we gotta concede something. With HBO's Watchmen show,
Oh
Zack
god.
Snyder is now no longer the worst thing that's happened to Watchmen.
All right.
Congratulations.
I'll give you that one.
Alright, well, what's your next one?
All right. So I'm my number 4 and my number 3 could be swapped. So, you know what? I'm going to swap one of them. I'm going to like change their positions. I'm going to put number 4 now is the Spawn movie.
Okay.
Is that on your list anywhere?
You know what? I was going to put the Spawn TV series, but I wanted to put something on here that would piss you off.
I'm sticking to movies, as you can tell.
Yes. The rest of mine are movies, save for one.
So the Spawn movie, I brought it up earlier. I mean, we both brought. I mean, yeah, ugh, I'm terrible. I cannot speak today. Anyway, the Spawn movie sucks. It's not very good, but it has that '90s like terrible to it that makes it good.
I can't say anything bad about the Spawn movie because I enjoy the 2000s Punisher movie, and they are really like cut from the same cloth and being as edgy as possible.
The thing is, Spawn in general is just as edgy as possible. That's part of the fun. But the Spawn movie is just stupid.
I want to bring a criticism to you and why the Spawn movie fails. And I don't think you've heard this one before.
Okay.
In a movie called Spawn about Al Simmons' Spawn, he is the least interesting character. The Violator exists.
Oh, I was about to say, are we talking about John Leguizamo?
Not the Vindicator, the Vibrator, I'm the Violator. Oh,
He is the best part of that fucking movie.
uh,
Like,
I'm
there's no
glad we are in
contest.
agreement.
The Violator in the Spawn movie is the best part of the movie.
Every time you fart, a demon
He
gets his
is
wings.
so fun. Like you could just tell that John Leguizamo was chewing the fucking scenery every time he was on screen.
You know what's crazy is that like you'd expect something like that because John Leguizamo's a really accomplished actor, full of like just all of this crazy shit and activism. But then it's like he'll just do shit like that.
Okay, favorite scene of the Violator in the movie? Go.
I It's the scene where they're in the graveyard and the Satanists are trying to summon Satan, and whatever happens, all I can remember is how come having it's all the cool guys and we get all the retards.
my my favorite one is it's when Spawn is in the at the gymnasium. He's gone to go see his wife. Just then goes and sees the kid, and up on the rafters where the seats are in the gym, you
Oh,
see like
Spawn, he's a bit.
he's a man. If he can't do it, no one can. And he's doing the fucking cheerleading routine.
I'll say this: trying to watch this movie after seeing like, because I watched this before I watched the show, so I'm expecting Violator to just be silly and goofy in the show, and when he's really fucking not, I get uncomfortable. So, a very good job, Todd.
Here's the thing, right? He's goofy in this movie, right? But then you see all the shades of how fucked up he is also.
Yes. Like,
I think one of the problems this movie has, and some of the comic book adaptations of the early 2000s, is the fact that they tried to make them too goofy on purpose because at that point in time, a lot of people still thought comic books were
for
what
kids.
was in the 60s and the 70s. It wasn't until we got like Batman that started to change a little bit, and then
So,
it started warping back to, oh, look at the funny comic book.
do you think, and let's be honest, Adam West Batman could beat Spawn?
I don't agree, but
You know how it would work is, thank God I've got my bat repellent demon spray. Some days you just can't get rid of a demon.
Start pounding, Spawn.
all right. So I guess we should talk a little bit about the plot for this movie since we've only talked about the funnier things, right?
Yeah,
So for people who don't know or haven't read the comics or anything like that,
go
Spawn
read them.
is you should, they're good. But Spawn is Al Simmons. He's a government assassin who gets killed by his boss and goes to hell. He is then given given a bargain. Lead my armies, says from the demon Malbolgia. Lead my armies, and I'll let you see your wife one more time. So, well, he ends up still being dead for another 5 years.
Pranked.
He wakes up on Earth as a rotten corpse and is unrecognizable. And and his wife will not recognize him at all. And that's when Malbolgia goes, "Well, you saw her. Now get to work, bitch."
You know, I want to like take time out of your thing and just like I have to give HBO some credit because especially for the 2000s and like late 90s, they were popping the fuck off. Imagine
Are we talking
having
about the Spawn show again?
imagine having Spawn, The Sopranos, The Wire, 6 Feet Under, Deadwood, and
God, Deadwood is so good.
yeah, like the Chris Rock show. Like just imagine having all of that, like Tenacious D before Jack Black became obnoxious. Like good on them.
Rewinding back, however, But so the point of early Spawn comics and what this movie is adapting is the early part where Spawn is going around battling evil criminals, and he is a superhero in a way, right? But you'd think,
He's a bit
you know,
more
being a
reluctant.
superhero, fighting bad guys would be the last thing. And you know, he's a demon. He's supposed to be leading Hell's armies. Fighting bad guys is the last thing he should be doing. Well, every time he kills somebody, their soul goes to hell and gets added to Malbolgia's armies for the coming war against heaven.
Prank him, John.
So this movie is adapting that early period where you got the Violator who's fucking with him and trying to get egg him on so he kills more people. And instead of having Angela show up, we have I don't even fucking remember the actor who played. Oh fucking Christ! I gotta look him up real quick.
Let's just say John Leguizamo again,
Not John Leguizamo. It's a different guy.
but let's pretend it is.
I was talking about. No, it was the fucking knight dude, the church guy.
Okay. Okay.
I think it,
I always want to say Kurt Russell was in this, but no.
I don't think it was Kurt Russell. Oh no, it was Nicole Williamson. He was playing Cagliostro.
Okay. Like I said, anything that isn't the Violator just does not exist.
He really does just carry that fucking movie.
Well, if that's all you have for this one, I'll go with one that does.
Oh, is
Uh,
it time for your? It's time for number 3 from you.
oh, were you not done?
I know I'm pretty much done. Like anything else I could say. Like I think we've kind of covered the bases, and I don't want to end up going on another. God, John Leguizamo was really good in this movie discussion.
Imagine Spawn being the one movie you see on your one day off, and you just hold that fucking vendetta for years.
All
So
right, what are next?
I have something that's similar in tone, where Spawn the movie is this weird amalgamation where you don't really know who it's for. Uh, I have 30 Days of Night from 2007.
Ooh, that's a good one.
It's the only time, Leo, if you're watching this, fuck you. It's the only time Leo has actually listened to me and read something. And it's just such a simple premise. There's a town in Alaska that faces a month-long polar night. And during that time, a pack of intelligent, savage vampires cut off all communications and all escape. And you just watch the survivors desperately trying to fight until sunlight returns. And it's a perfect Christmas horror movie like The Thing, and that the environment itself is basically a character.
I
And
wouldn't say it's a perfect Christmas horror movie, but
I see snow, I see Christmas.
okay. Uh, the fucking Golden Compass is full of snow. I wouldn't call
Okay,
that a
it's
Christmas movie.
Christmas.
God, this is as dumb a joke as the the new seasons of Mystery Science Theater suck.
I figured.
They have a joke where the one of the hosts, it's the female host, I can't remember her name right now, is making
Patton
a joke
Oswalt.
about how Gremlins is not a Christmas movie, like
Yes, it
right,
is.
and how fucking and also fucking Die Hard is not a Christmas movie also,
Die Hard
and the
is a
whole
Christmas
joke,
movie because
a
the
good
whole.
chunk
Sorry.
a good chunk of the fucking joke relies on, oh, if it didn't come out in December, it's not a Christmas movie. and that ends up having Christmas movies that did not come out in December be considered not Christmas movies. It's one of the dumbest fucking jokes ever.
I'm just gonna say this: we're not going on the Die Hard tangent, but the whole story revolves around taking place on Christmas Eve.
Yes.
That the police are at their at the least, like, they're complacent, nothing's happening, and everyone in Nakatomi that needs to be there for their plan is essential. You can't take the Christmas whatever. Ho ho ho! 30 Days a Night is really good. Um,
All right.
I just
Yes. Yeah. 30 Days of Night is a very good movie.
I just this movie deserves praise because it came out at the fucking pinnacle of Twilight craze, where vampires sparkle. And there is one scene in this movie that always bothers me.
All right.
I don't know if you remember, but there's this woman running around town screaming for help. And the rest of the cast has to just ignore her because the vampires are using her as bait. And she gets to the end of town, falls. The vampires swarm, and she's like, I did what you said. Stop. And they just fucking rip her apart. It's so brutal. And, like, I just think of Edward Cullen sparkling. I'm like, why couldn't he have done that to Bella? That's really
Okay.
all I have. It's a great horror movie with a great use of setting, and it's fucking dreadful to watch in, like, the best way.
Now here's the real question: did you watch the direct-to-DVD sequel movie?
I have it somewhere. I heard it's not as bad as everyone says.
Uh, it's all right. One say it's good, one say it's bad. It's all right.
Okay.
Time for my number three.
Yes, sir.
All right. So Hellboy.
Okay, I'm glad we both. Okay, I'm gonna have to go to one of my backup picks because Hellboy was my number five.
Yeah. So Hellboy is just a fantastic fucking movie, and I'm talking about the first one, the first Del Toro
Daring.
one.
Daring. Because a lot of people prefer the second one.
See, like, no, the second one is really good, right? But the first one is just really good. And I also am a big fan of the Seed of Destruction miniseries. Like, that's one of my favorite Hellboy like stories ever, and that's the one that they took most of the adaptation for, right?
Yes.
There is another one that's in this movie that they took. It's called The Corpse. And that's the one. You know when they're in the fucking cemetery in the first movie.
Yes.
Yeah, that whole bit there is taken from the one shot short story, The Corpse.
Don't fuck with me. I've been drinking with skeletons.
but
Uh,
just I need just to get this out of the way now. Hellboy as a character is in like my top 10 like favorite comic books of all time.
I'm gonna say
So
this
putting
as
him at number 3 was a little difficult.
someone who likes Hellboy and has seen Sons of Anarchy. We need to play Payday 2 because Ron Perlman has a DLC in it where it's basically his what if bullshit, like, fan fiction for at Kurt Sutter for killing him in Sons of Anarchy, where
He
he
never did get over that, did he?
not even sort of he fucking, like, it's all about how he, like, got betrayed by his gang and wants to kill them all. But it's voiced by Ron Perlman, who wrote his own lines.
Yeah.
And it's super funny because Ron Perlman just stops pretending he's a character, just starts playing Ron Perlman. You get this line where it's like, hey, whatever happened to Hellboy? They should make a fucking another one. It's it's so
I don't
stupid.
I don't know how Ron. You know what? We're fucking going a little too off track. But so for the people who don't know what Hellboy is, we have our character's name's Hellboy. I'm not gonna say what his real name is because he has a real name. Read the comic books if you want to fucking learn it.
John Talbane.
But he is brought to Earth by accident during the 40s, and he is used by the U.S. as a weapon against the supernatural. And this is a 90s comic, and I have to bring up something kind of important. I've talked about this with people before. His contemporaries around the time were characters like fucking Spawn, just as a comparison. So they're both like supernatural hunting characters from 90s books, right?
Yes.
Spawn is like grim, he's dark, he broods all the time, he's brutally violent.
But he's got a heart.
And yeah, that's true. Hellboy has a heart, but he treats this shit like he's a blue collar exterminator on his 9 to 5.
But okay.
He cracks jokes while he's out fighting monsters. He is the antithesis of the 90s edgy comic book character, and that makes him so much better.
I was gonna say it's like if you took '90s cool Sonic and turned him into like a demon slayer. Like,
It's just he's got so much personality. He's got like a very like he's got a good sense of humor. And like you can tell he's very human for a guy who looks like, that.
pancake.
Pancakes, one of the funniest fucking things ever.
Like, I still think if you're gonna show anyone, because Del Toro understood the assignment, the whole subway fight scene in the movie where he purposely has to cripple himself because he's holding a box of kittens. The,
Like,
the
you can't let the cats get killed by this evil like Sumerian monster.
You know what? I'm pissed off now that we'll never get like a Hellboy meets Ash versus the Evil Dead crossover.
That would be pretty
That would
cool.
be a perfect.
But okay, so the plot of this movie is an adaptation. I brought up earlier that the comic is based off Seed of Destruction, right?
Yes.
And Seed of Destruction is when the sorcerer Grigory Rasputin is trying to bring about the end of the world, and they instead only bring out little Hellboy. And the movie is following the Nazis that serve Rasputin, as it is fucking that Rasputin for anyone who wants to ask.
Rasputin.
It's them going through trying to stop this plot of bringing out the when like ending the world. And when it comes to the ending of the world, it's demonic gods from beyond our universe that are beyond our comprehension. It's kind of like the it's kind of like like Lovecraft's Cthulhu mythos.
Yeah.
And it's such a good movie, and he's such a good character.
See, I feel with Hellboy is it would be very easy to if you were to take him to be like dead serious, you'd have a boring movie. But like the first introduction we have of Hellboy as an adult is they're making the point that he shouldn't go out in public and be seen, and then you get to see some of Mike Mignola's art of Hellboy. He's like, I always hate that. They never get it right. And like
they
that
could have made they could have made him like a boring like joke character. No, it's not like boring, like a boring serious guy, but they kept him to as like goofy as he is in the comic.
yeah. And like Ron Perlman, that's Ron Perlman is a Hellboy, what Robert Downey Jr. is to Iron Man, and that it has ruined it for anyone else who tries to come next.
God, you're right. They've tried twice.
Ugh. I still think my favorite bit is Hellboy genuinely cowering when the old German man, his father, like raises his voice. This dude who would bend over in a gentle breeze. It's like it shows that he's
It's
got
just
heart.
he's a good he is a very very good man. He's been taught like eh, Hellboy. If this is going to sound pretentious, but Hellboy as a franchise has a lot of like nature versus nurture themes going on,
Yeah,
where you have so many times where Hellboy himself is tempted by the destiny that hell and the demons have tried to have, like, this is your destiny, boy. And he's like, no,
y'all
I'm
don't
not
got
gonna I'm not
pancakes down there.
I ain't doing that. This is my home. Fuck you. And it's always great to see it. He's just so well written. Oh,
One
I
thing I
cannot.
will give Del Toro huge credit for too is that Rupert Cronin was like a one-shot villain that didn't really. He just had a cool outfit. I'm guessing a lot of that, like he basically got retconned into being cooler because of the movie. Like I'm at,
God, you're right.
that's cool as shit.
And anytime you see Rupert Cronin like in the movie, you know someone's gonna fucking die.
Yeah, imagine being so fucking ancient, your blood has turned to dust.
Gotta love magic. All right, so I think we're on to your number two.
Yes, sir. This is interesting because this is. I think all of mine so far have been a I think all of mine have been American. So today we have Priest based on the Korean comic.
This is one that I'm gonna have to laugh at you a little bit at because I don't like this movie at all.
Okay. Paul
It's
Bettany is great
it
in
is not a
this.
very good movie. All right.
I don't care, right? Because I enjoyed it. So this is a movie where there was this giant war between humans and vampires, and the priests of the world are basically it's basically Warhammer. Ain't that ironic? Warhammer getting stolen from for once.
Oh God.
I don't even think he gets a name. I think he's just the priest. He gets told that his niece, uh, he needs to rescue his niece from a new vampire uprising led by a daywalker. And the church is like, dude, we killed all the vampires. It's like how you're not supposed to acknowledge a Skaven infestation. You just silently send out a kill team. But this movie is okay. It's not great. In fact, it can be bad. But I don't think I've seen anything really like it before. And it's such a stylish vampire western hybrid based off a Korean comic. So you get like the smelting pot of autism that really fucking like cooks. There's great choreography and the gothic design. Like it's like a John Woo movie. Like he splooged his slow mo bullshit all over it.
Oh, I have to rewind a bit. I did say I don't like this movie, right? But I don't know
Yes.
how much my fucking taste can be judged for this. Whenever I saw fucking I Frankenstein in theaters.
I don't want to hear
Have
shit
you
from
seen
you.
that?
I don't want to hear
What?
shit from you.
Have you seen that movie?
That movie has the prestigious reward of being up there with Shang-Chi, and that it's one of two movies I've ever walked out of.
Oh, dude. I'm not gonna fucking have an argument about Shang-Chi here. My thing, I maintain that it's an all right like wuxia kung fu movie.
So, I'll maintain that Priest has a very thin plot, but the atmosphere world building, and Paul Bettany's acting. It feels like Sin City meets Van Helsing, and it deserved more attention. That's all I'm gonna fucking say. Watch the movie. There's something so cool about vampires having a steam train that is just a fucking slaughterhouse full of dead humans and egg sacs, and we gotta crash this bitch with our speeder bikes. Like, I don't care. It's cool.
Mhm. I mean, you know what? I can give you some of that. I'm not big on it, but you know, I will let you because I said my thing a little bit ago where it's like, oh,
So
yeah.
I'm gonna let you move on because this next one is gonna
All
be
right. So my number two, my number two, I had to think a lot on which one I wanted to put here, right? There are so many movies I could pick, and I think if you haven't noticed, I've told you who my favorite superhero of all time is before, right?
yes.
Who is it?
Uh, fuck. I was just yeah. That shows how good of a friend I am. It's not
It's
Spawn.
Superman.
It's Superman. Yeah. I
And if you
would.
haven't noticed, there's not a single Superman movie in this list yet.
Okay.
So
So
I had to really like think on what I thought, like what should belong here because there's so many good anime. Like I'm not. This is not one of the live action ones. I'm looking at the animated Superman movies,
okay.
and it took some thinking, and I narrowed it down to a couple, and then I had to really think on what do I want to put here? Which one is the better one here? Uh, all right, I guess. And then I finally came to a conclusion.
What do we got?
Superman.
The Quest for Peace.
No. Oh God. Okay. When it comes both to just how much I enjoyed the movie, how good of an adaptation it was, the comic that is adapting, and everything surrounding it, I had to go. And this one might be a little controversial for some people, or might not be. Now I think about it. I had to go with two movies because I could not fucking separate them because they were both part of the same story. The Death of Superman and The Reign of the Supermen from the animated DC movies that were coming out in the 2010s.
Believe it or not, I haven't seen that. I like Superman, right? I have no issue with him. He's the American Boy Scout. But like, I don't go out of my way to watch him.
So the animated DC movies in the 2010s were actually like their own like contained I hate to use this term, but cinematic universe.
Yeah. That
So
was
they all were part of they're all part of the same little storyline.
I
And
I can't remember the name of it, but you're gonna know what I mean. Is Superman versus the British people part of this?
no, that is Superman versus the Elite, and that is an adaptation of what's so funny about Truth, Justice, and the American Way. I almost put that here instead.
Okay.
The Death of Superman is one of the most famous comic books ever put out.
Yeah, you're
It
showing what a
is
poser I am.
it is the introduction of the character of Doomsday,
Okay.
and Doomsday in the comic and in Rand Death of Superman is tearing through Earth's superheroes. No one can fucking stop this thing. And it ends with Superman sacrificing his life to kill it.
But
It's like mutual. It's like the only thing way to stop it is mutually assured destruction, and he does it. And what happens after that is Superman is dead for a while, but we have different people when we're using the Superman name and the iconography to try and be heroes, right?
I would love Punisher Superman.
So this is actually important and some important information. Is this is all post-crisis DC stuff.
Oh boy.
So Superboy in this instance is Connor Kent, not young Superman when he was a teenager.
Oh boy.
So we have Connor Kent, Superboy running around. We have a guy. We have a someone called the Eradicator.
All
This is
right.
also this is also where Steel gets introduced. You know the DC guy who's like in the robot suit has the big hammer.
Yes. Why wasn't he in Injustice?
He's been in a movie before. He was played by Shaquille O'Neal.
Shack Wheel?
He was played by Shaquille O'Neal.
Fucking. That's the joke that murdered Kay the most in the new Scary Movie. Is the white blonde woman Brenda sees Shaquille? She's like, "Is that Shack Wheel?"
But yeah, then finally we have Cyborg Superman, who claims to be the real Superman, but he's got a bunch of cybernetic enhancements. It's like, oh, when we die, this is what happens to us. Talking about Kryptonians.
I don't
But
think. I don't think that's what happens.
it is not. The whole point is that we have all these different characters who are kind of like Superman, but not exactly. Uh, and then we have the true Superman who eventually will come back. And I don't want to spoil too much because these are two fucking movies that are adapted from one of the most famous Superman comics ever made.
You know what this
Like
reminds me of?
what?
It's not exactly one to one, and I can't remember if it's an episode that's based off of anything. But do you it's Batman almost got him, where all of the villains are talking about how they almost killed Batman at his funeral. And it's not exactly the same. Huh. I kind of fuck with this.
It is a very good. There was a different adaptation of it called Superman Doomsday, like way back in the day, which I think I actually have on my shelf here next to my computer with all my movies. It's not as it's still pretty all right, but only Superman shows up in it. There's none of the other superheroes at all, so it's just okay.
It's just okay.
Uh, I don't think I could really talk much more about this right now without spoiling too much, but I will let you go to your number one, and then once we get to my number one, there's going to be probably a lot to talk about.
Okay. So I have to preface this. My number one is now officially a backup because we both went Hellboy.
Oh, I mean, I could just talk about my other number one.
No, no, I'm gonna have to do some explaining for this one. Can you believe that 2010 is like almost 20 fucking years ago now?
Yeah, unfortunately.
I'm going to see if you can guess this. All right, it's The Boys.
Uh,
I'm lying.
I was about to say that it came out in that movie didn't come out in 2010.
This is
And it's not a movie; it's a TV show anyway.
this is Robert Kirkman though. This is my
Mm,
backup, Zach.
uh, I don't know why I can't fucking think of anything right now.
I want you to I
Kirkman comic. I know things he's made. I just can't remember. Uh,
My number one comic book adaptation.
is this fuck? I can't fucking. Uh, if you say Walking Dead, I'm killing you.
Oh no.
Is it Walking Dead?
Okay, I hear me out. Yes, it
It's
is
not a movie. It's not a movie.
it's a
And the fucking
backup.
show sucks. The show
Here,
sucks.
let calm down. Okay? You're scaring my wife.
This is actually the worst fucking thing you could have picked.
You're
The
scaring my
show is
wife.
so fucking bad, and the thing is, the comic it's based on is bad.
Okay,
And it's worse than the comic it's based on.
hear me out. Okay? I'm not going with the whole show. In fact, I'm only going with 6 episodes.
Most of your list has been TV shows, and this was supposed to be movies.
Whatever. It's my podcast. I want to take
All
a
right,
moment.
what's it?
I want to
All right,
take a
what's six
moment.
episodes?
I want to take a moment and give extreme credit to Frank Darabont. I want you to put some respect on this man's name because this dude was the screenwriter for Nightmare on Elm Street 3: The Dream Warriors, The Blob, The Fly 2, Shawshank Redemption, Green Mile, and The Mist. All of those
Yeah,
are fucking bangers.
it's so unfortunate he couldn't bring any of that talent into this.
I'm going to argue with you that season 1 of The Walking Dead is some of the best we have ever gotten on television. I would say that season 1 of The Walking Dead is up there with The Sopranos.
How?
Okay, I want to bring this to your attention, right? Before The Walking Dead became this huge fucking melodrama of, hey guys, we found a safe place, we'll clean it out. Oh no, we're at war. Oh no, we lost everything. The original season of The Walking Dead has 6 episodes, and it's a very tight, compact niche. Rick Grimes is a sheriff who gets shot in the line of duty, ends up in a coma, wakes up into a zombie overrun world. There's no human antagonists. There's maybe one or two that are just people with attitudes, but it's not like they're going to war every 3 episodes. The whole cast is Rick, his partner, Shane, his wife, Lori, Andrea, Dale, the dude with the RV, Glenn, and Carl. That's 6 people, and then there's a few, supporting cast. And you know what? Still think that the first season is a fucking masterpiece because just every character is actually feels like a character. You can yell at me for this, and I knew this was the one that was going to piss you off.
It's not like I haven't made thoughts on the fucking Walking Dead clear.
I do not. So the worst
I
thing
know,
they
like
did.
I cannot stand the comic that it is based on, right? Like I hate the Walking Dead comic. It
I'm
is one of
gonna
the worst things I have ever read in my life.
I'm gonna
And that is
concede
saying
this to
something
you.
when the guy who wrote the Walking Dead comic went
Made
off to write
Invincible.
fucking Marvel Zombies, and Marvel Zombies is worse.
I'm gonna say it. The I think the comic's really weak too, or gets really fucking weird for no reason. Like, why did here's a character arc from the show. Hey, Carol's daughter got fucking kidnapped or something. Now she's a zombie. Whoops. Instead, let's do the comic route. Hey, I know you just lost your eye. Can I masturbate while I finger the eye socket?
And it gets worse once you know that Robert wanted the whole thing to be because of aliens.
That's
He got
fucking
told no.
like I'm not going to defend the comic, but
So
I
you know what? I actually here's another thing. Like, okay, I did not like the show. I watched it. I tried watching it as it was airing. I got through like the first 3 or 4 seasons and went, I'm fucking done. This is so boring. And then I watched it keep getting popular, becoming the most popular thing AMC had airing. And
yes,
because of that, it was killing the shit I actually wanted to watch.
like Mad Men.
Like fucking that, and then the most egregious one was Hell on Wheels.
Okay,
So that show, I didn't like it to begin with. And watching it become so popular because the fucking zombie craze and like the extreme normie, normification of shit like that,
I was gonna
they were
say
just so obsessed that fucking show and all
this
the spin-offs and everything I wanted to watch kept getting canceled.
this show definitely is a net negative, right? I'm not going to deny it, but the first season is just so good. Like that scene of all of the cars piled up outside of Atlanta as Rick walks in on the horse. That is fucking classic cinematography.
I've seen so many zombie things that I just keep watching this going, this is I've seen this in other things though. That's my other thing.
Okay,
Like I've seen it done in other things and done in other things better.
I'll give you that. But like I could, you know how how complicated and annoying the plot for The Walking Dead gets. I appreciate the simplicity because episode 1 is Frank Wake. I see Shane. And I think Frank Hassel. Whoops.
It's like I can give you that the first season being so simple is helping it because it becomes too fucking like overcomplicated and stupid as it keeps going.
Yeah, and like
Like
it became formulaic. Like season 2 was some of the worst television I've ever seen.
the fucking show got so popular that AMC found out and it was like, "Hey, can we put our bad guy in your very famous Japanese fighting game?" And that's
Okay,
how we got
fuck
fucking
you.
Megan and
Fuck
Tekken.
you. That's my main. Fuck you.
I hope you get stabbed.
I'm gonna defend Negan too because like Negan's fucking great. I love
I got
Jeffrey Dean Morgan.
I got so fucking tired of seeing like merchandise for him everywhere.
Yes. You know what? At least
That show is like my fucking you know what? I'm gonna steal a quote from Movie Bob. Uh The Walking Dead was my Vietnam.
I'll say this: the fact that The Walking Dead has 11 seasons, then an 8-season spinoff, and then 5 other shows. And it's like, oh my god,
That's
stop.
not even that's not even talking about the web of the fucking shows that are internet only.
Yes. And like, I knew this was going to be the controversial one, but season 1 was a very good self-contained story, and I almost wish that's where it ended because if you remember, or if you did you even bother watching it, or did you just say fuck it?
Did I bother watching what?
The first season.
I told you I watched the first 4 and then gave up.
So what happens is the last episode is all of it is them going to the CDC where it will be safe there. Then they get there, and the last episode is saying, "Hey, the disease is incurable," and for some reason the CDC is gonna blow the fuck up. So the season 1 ends with them waiting for the CDC to blow up as they just go on their journey. Like, okay, that's an end it there. Leave it open, leave it ambiguous. Then, the farm happened.
Yeah, they somehow made that worse than it already was in the comic book.
Wow. I remember The Walking Dead. What happened there?
I wish I didn't.
Do you remember
All
the
right.
governor?
Okay.
I'll
I'm gonna
s-
take over from here.
I'll stop doing the Plankton impression.
It's funny though. So my number one, there's gonna be a bit to talk about here. I'm going to keep any discussion of the comic to a minimum because I think that this deserves like a video to itself in the future.
He's gonna fucking talk about a hentai adaptation.
My number one is The Crow.
Okay. I wanted to say, like, really? That's what you're bringing? But, no, I
It
respect
is
it.
it is hard to deny this movie like some of the effects are not held up, but the rest of it is so good.
Are we gonna get the elephant out of the room now where we talk about that incident?
How this is the yeah the shooting.
Yeah.
I think that is kind of in a way important to talk about because death is one of the most important parts of the inspiration behind the creation of the comic in the first place. So I think getting it out of the way now might be important.
I was okay, yeah, because it's still a tragedy. Like, Brandon Lee lost like 60 pounds to play the Crow.
Yeah. Uh, fucking James O'Barr was very close with the Lee family across the whole filming of the movie, right? Like he still is in touch with Lee's family to this day,
So,
and the tragedy of his death of Brandon's death on set fucked a lot of people on that on that setup, and it's just one of the many things that made people think that the production was cursed.
I'll explain what happened. Um, I'll be as respectful as possible. But this is one of the most sad and terrifying incidents of, not checking your T's and dotting your I's. Brandon Lee was shot and killed because a prop gun discharged a piece of a blank cartridge that was left in the barrel. And Michael Massey, who was responsible yet unwilling, uh, stated many times that he still has nightmares about the incident. And last I read is he died in 2016,
Yeah, he died in 2016.
and he never saw it.
Yeah, that fucking like that was one of the worst things that ever happened to him in his life, and he always blamed himself for it. It's genuinely heartbreaking.
Yeah, like I don't even have jokes to make, but in a weird way, like it really is like thematically fitting that this happens during The Crow.
So I'm going to explain a little bit about James O'Barr, since he is also really important to this, since he's the man who made the comic in the first place, right? So, just for starters, O'Barr was like an orphan. Like, so, great start already.
Yeah, that's for
He was
kids.
he was an orphaned boy in the 60s.
Oh boy.
He joined the Marines, whenever, and like he started drawing and doing artwork to deal with like his depression and things like that. And part of what happened is before he joined the Marines, his fiance Beverly died. She was hit by a drunk driver on the way to pick him up,
That's
and he
you know what? That's
to this day.
crazy because
Hmm?
that's crazy that that's happened twice with comic figures. I don't know how much of G.I. Joe you know, but Cobra Commander's brother killed Snake Eye's family because he was drunk driving, and like that was based off of a true story.
Well, I'm talking about something that happened in real life too,
Yeah,
but
no, that's what happened to the G.I. Joe creator.
oh yeah, no, you're right. But so so James started making the Crow as a way to cope with like his like grief and his depression over the death of his fiance. And after publishing it, it became one of the most like important seminal books of like comics of all time.
Yeah,
And to this day, he's like, it didn't help. It did not help.
now stop me if you heard this one. Jesus Christ walks into a motel.
He says, he puts three nails on the counter.
Would you put me up
So
for the night?
So there are some differences between the comics and the movie. I mean, that's
Yeah.
pretty obvious. James was actually involved in the movie from like start to finish. So a lot of the changes that you see in the movie were actually approved by him to try and make it actually work as like a movie.
All right.
And I don't want to talk about too many of the differences between the two right now because, like I said, I think we should probably do like a special video on the Crow itself one day.
You know what? They'll do it. It gives me an
Do we
excuse to watch The Crow again.
do we want to torture ourselves and include the 2024 Crow movie in this also?
There's a 22. What?
Have you not? Have you? They did a Crow reboot.
Hold on.
Did you not know about this?
Oh my god, yes. No. I see this and it looks like the trailer for Titans. Fuck Batman.
Oh God! The remake does something I believe is I think should be considered a cardinal sin for adaptation, especially for the inspiration for the fucking comic itself.
What do you got?
Okay, so in the comic, right? In the comic, you have Eric and his fiance, right?
Okay, I'm sorry, but the first review for Crow 2024, I suppose I probably could have just set my money on fire and pissed on Brandon Lee's grave myself. Wow.
Yeah, it's bad. So Shelley's death is inspired by the death of Obar's fiance, obviously, and how
Yes.
death can just come at any moment.
Yeah.
The world is violent and chaotic, and you never know when it's going to happen.
I mean that's a
Shelley's death, the brutal like rape and murder of Shelley is just a part of wanton violence in the world. It wasn't planned, it wasn't premeditated, it just happened.
yeah, it's like Thomas and Martha Wayne.
In the 2024 version, however, Shelley saw something she wasn't supposed to see that an American politician was getting up to. And so the American politician who's involved in some ooky spooky supernatural stuff is like, we gotta have her killed.
Jeffrey Epstein made a deal with the devil to kill the Crow's girlfriend.
And Eric and Shelley meet each other at like at like a psych ward AA kind of thing.
What's fucked up is like Bill Skarsgård. I don't hate him.
He should be a perfect fucking fit for the
I was
character,
gonna
but
say,
instead.
like,
Now let me
ugh.
find let me send you a image of what Eric looks like in the comic book, and you tell me like
No, he's a Bill Skarsgård's perfect. It's like how John Barenthal is like fucking great for the Punisher. Like, I love this dude, John Wick 4.
it's like here is Eric in the comic book. Like
Yeah, he looks
it,
like the one dude from Kiss.
so like this should work. This should have worked, but they fucked it up. But that's not the point of the discussion we're having now. The Crow, the comic book, and the original movie. Like, I think the comic should be like you know how Watchmen is like studied as like an actual work of literature in college, like in
Yes.
colleges. The Crow should be up there too. It is a beautiful work of art and pain and suffering. You can feel like the like anger and hatred that James had at the time in every page. It
It's like
feels so raw.
Metallica's God That Failed.
And then the movie has all of that still going on in it. And at the same time, it has some of the best action I've seen in a movie from the 90s. The fight choreography is fantastic. We didn't need to have like a crazy supernatural bad guy in the movie, like or a weird guy who was fucking his sister either. But you know what? Whatever, man.
Like, it's
Ah,
one thing that makes it really uncomfortable is that Brandon really loved the character.
every interview you see about the guy, he's talking about how cool this is and how it's probably and he read the comic, he loved it, he loved James. He's like, this is one of the best things ever made.
I don't know if you knew this, but during the Crow Stairway to Heaven, the television movie, a stuntman got killed making that too.
Yep.
So like, this is almost like the Exorcist level of cursed movie. Like,
Uh, there is
Bra-
actually one difference. I'm trying to think of like a good way to like explain, right? One of the characters in the comic book, he doesn't get killed by Eric like immediately, right? Because he's trying to use the guy as like a message to the other guys, like he does in the movie with T Bird, right?
yeah.
But in this one, it's like, hey, I know what we did to your girl.
Oh my
I'm not
god.
sorry about it.
That's just the cycle of violence.
It's
Oh,
just it's can't change the past. So he lives long enough to tell everybody that yeah, he's coming, and he accepts his death. It's like he doesn't fight back. He's like, just make it
I know
quick.
what you're gonna do.
Just make it quick.
Like,
I'm not a good man, and I think that that shows a lot of
there's something respectable about just, I'm not going to win, so I'm not gonna make you work for it.
God.
Fucking,
Can we also talk about how good the fucking soundtrack for this movie is?
I was gonna say, like, all I remember is The Cure was in this, and that's good enough for me.
Is like we haven't even talked about like the rest of the soundtrack and how fucking good it is. Wait, you mentioned the Cure song, right? Do you want to know? You want to know what else they had in this fucking movie?
What do we got?
We had
Alice in
fucking
Chains,
Rollins
right?
band in here.
Oh fuck.
We had Rollins band, and we had fucking Nine Inch Nails, Stone Temple Pirates, Rage Against the
You
Machine.
know, this movie's like unintentionally a period piece because like the film is very 90s,
It oozes 90s, man.
but like, I like it. And you know what's crazy is that I brought up John Wick earlier. The stunt double that filled in for Brandon Lee after his death is Chad Stahelski, who's the fucking director of John Wick. So that's neat.
Just little connections. Maybe that's what you know. What maybe being in that movie is what made him go, I like hyper violence.
Ugh.
Well, I think that wraps it up.
I,
I really like The Crow. It's a good movie. The comic book is a work of art, and we'll be back to talk about that eventually.
I was gonna say we're here for an hour and a half, but do you have any honorable mentions?
You first.
All right, let me pull up my list. So, Sin City. Sin City's just a fucking. I love Bruce Willis. Um, I like seeing Elijah Wood get dismembered and get fucking destroyed. Because it's Tarantino, you get some foot fetish stuff, so that's nice.
Yeah, you do.
And Yellow Bastard.
All right,
That's
so
my honorable mention.
no, any others?
Nothing off the top of my head.
All right, so I'm not gonna take too long. There's one that I think is really good. It's not superhero or supernatural or anything. Road to Perdition.
All right.
It is a mob. It is a mob period piece set during the 1930s.
Oh,
It is based off a DC graphic novel, also called by the same name, about a guy, and it follows a guy called uh, God, fucking Christ, it follows a guy called Michael Sullivan, right? And Sullivan is
a
a
fixer.
he's an honorable enforcer. He's a gangster who's got a heart of gold, right?
All right.
It's and it's him as a enforcer for the Irish mob in the 30s.
Faith and
And
Megora Teya.
it takes a lot of inspiration from like The Godfather and the Japanese manga Lone Wolf and Cub. And the story is about Sullivan, right? He's betrayed by God, I'm having a hard time describing things, aren't I?
Take your time.
It is a revenge story. It is a mafia revenge story set in the 30s.
All right.
And it is really good. Uh it also has Tom Hanks playing the main characters. There's that.
I do like Tom Hanks.
Yeah, we also have Paul Newman.
Okay.
I'm trying to think about anyone else in the movie. We also have fucking Daniel Craig in this one and Jude Law.
What the fuck?
It is a good movie. Give it a watch. Read the comic it's based on. It's pretty good.
Oh,
It was written by Max Allan Collins, and Max Allan Collins is also one of the guys who wrote the Dick Tracy comic strips back in the day.
All right. So we got like a nice little professionals.
Yeah, guy made did a lot of stuff with like crime and gangsters and things like that.
I fuck with that.
You know what? I have one more. I'm bending the rules a little bit. It's not really a comic book. It was a short story, but Stardust.
All right. Well, I'll have one more for you then.
Stardust is fucking dumb, but I love it. It is a dumb fantasy movie about a guy who lives out in like the English countryside. Who's like, oh, we can't go past this wall here. There's weird things that happen past it,
And that's
right?
just London.
And turns out past the wall is like a world is like a fantastical like magical kingdom who is separated from the rest of the earth, right?
It truly is the experience of leaving Great Britain.
And the whole point of the movie is our main character here, our main guy is Tristan Thorne, played by Charlie Cox, by the way.
What the fuck? Hi, Daredevil.
Yeah, who is off to go and bring a falling star that landed beyond the wall to the love of his life to try and earn her love and take him away and take her away from his rival, who is played by Henry Cavill, by the way. His name is Humphrey.
All right.
And the movie it is goofy, it is nuts, it is fucking insane. We have at one point in time Robert De Niro doing like show tunes in a dress.
All right.
He is a feared sky pirate who is a massive fan of like Shakespeare and plays, and he's feared as the greatest sky pirate to ever live, but he's also like like a opera singing drag queen.
This feels like it has same energy as Princess Bride.
It's been compared a little bit now, and it is very well written. Like the movie and the book it's based on. I mean, you can't. It's fucking Neil Gaiman. The man is, you know, one of the greatest authors of all time.
Yeah.
We can, I think we can still say that, even though he's, had a lot of like weird sexual assault allegations made against him in the last few years.
Okay. I was hoping we wouldn't.
Okay, wants to be sorry, I'm talking to
We
myself.
hoping we wouldn't what?
I was hoping we wouldn't have to talk about that.
I only bring it up because this is not exactly. I mean, it is kind of related. I was in a Discord server for discussing comic books, and I brought up Neil Gaiman as like a hey, does anyone know any good like fantasy comic books? And I used some of Neil Gaiman's stuff as one of the references alongside some other things, and I got banned because I brought up Neil Gaiman, and the ban was because of all the allegations against him. It's like you can't just suddenly say all of his work is like bad now because of this.
I mean, we still
For
hear
fuck's
Mike.
sake, I read Lovecraft, man. I
Oh my
can't be like a hypocrite.
God. We gotta wrap this up
All right, give
because
me your last one.
my butt's hurting.
What's your last honorable mention?
I think one of my favorite comic book adaptations out of anything has to be Sam and Max Freelance Police. It is genuinely one of the funniest fucking comics you have ever read, and it lends itself amazingly to a point and click adventure.
I mean, I can't deny that I like Sam and Max.
All right,
Only reason it wasn't on my list is because I was trying
it's
to
a
keep it to
game.
movies.
Goodbye, friend. I'll try to have this uploaded before the weekend.
Hey,
Godspeed, Spider-Man.
shine on you, Crazy Diamond.
I hate that guy so fucking
I was
much.
fucking glad.